Hi, good evening. It is Sunday, April 29th, and it has been 6 days since my last recording. And definitely give us a follow on Tinge of Bravery on Apple, Spotify, Facebook, or now on YouTube. And I'm going to keep refining these podcasts and videos in hopes that you will develop an interest to follow. So it's been 6 days since my last video. And to be honest, I actually recorded one earlier today, but I didn't feel like really good about it. And I decided to go ahead and try to start over, but I'll probably have to come back to it later. My whole point of recording these videos is to be as transparent as possible and just kind of take you through a lot of the ups and downs that a single mom goes through when she's raising kids on her own, as well as, everything that entails it, and for me in particular, I do a lot of things with my youngest daughter who plays club sports, and it can come with ups and downs, mostly a lot of ups, but, I kind of started talking a little bit about that in my previous podcast. My video that I actually had recorded and decided not to go ahead and post it on here, but I want to touch on that a little bit because I do think it's really important that I at least speak a few words on that subject. And that was that I was thinking about the drive up to the Ball Diamonds, which is about an hour away, and thinking about how much I am showing my daughter that I am just so present for her. And sometimes it's not even that, I have to be in this super special mood or, in the right frame of mind. I have to be who I am no matter what. And that way my daughter knows that she can be just as transparent and genuine with me as well. But the whole point that I was getting at is, I want to develop a lot of memories with my daughters. I want them to develop memories that resonate with them, that they can look back on and know that on these drives that we're spending so much time together, they remember what I'm wearing, what my hair looked like, the perfume I wore, the songs that were playing on, in the car, the things we talked about. And I just felt like, that was super important. It just really kind of started making me really think about everything I remember about my mom. And unfortunately, there's just a handful of memories that are super good, with my mom. And that's nothing that is completely something that totally affects me. It does subconsciously because I was, I was brought up in a home, two separate homes of divorced parents when, they divorced when I was 7, and I spent the majority of my time with my mom, and, she struggled. And that's what I remember of her is the fact that, once she divorced my dad, she just got involved, in these relationships that weren't good for her. They weren't good for me. And, it was super difficult just, having all those years with her and seeing her go through a lot of abuse and turn into, someone that I know she didn't want to be, but she was just totally affected by, the second marriage that she got into and a couple of relationships after that. And, I have, I've shown my daughters that, marriage can be tough and it's difficult, but I think I've also shown my daughters that, we can overcome things, that we can be resilient and we can persevere. And it doesn't come without trials, without challenges, without heartache, without sadness, without hurt, without pain. It comes with all of those things. And that's why I think I really started getting into the last recording that I decided not to post because, I kind of started going into this area where I'm I began talking about, what it means to be, a single mom, and also what it means to really work on your marriage. And I just felt like I did not totally have um, the whole matter refined the way I wanted it to. And you know what? I can tell that even from my words now that it's difficult for me to address. And that's just being transparent with you. That's showing you exactly who I am. I'm someone that I want to speak to a wide variety of people, but I do know that I do have an audience of, younger females, ages, between 25 and 40 or so. And because of that, I want to make sure that I'm addressing, certain matters as carefully as possible while at the same time being absolutely real with you. And when we are real with each other, we're showing each other that we totally screw up. And at the same time, we can turn around and just have, one of the most joyous moments ever. And we can give some of the best advice. And at other times, we don't know what the crap we're talking about. And I think that's why I decided that I had to ditch that last video and try to start over. And I'm really glad that I did because I think it's super important that I try to show you exactly, who I am and what I go through. And my whole intent for this particular channel on YouTube was so that I can take you through this journey that I am sharing with you. And it does mean going through some of the strengths that I have, while at the same time, a lot of the weaknesses, in hopes that, it kind of levels out. And, um, I do become someone that a lot of people can turn to. And yeah, like I said before, I want my channel to be a success. I want it to work. I want people to, look me up and know that, hey, Darlene is someone that isn't going to try to hide who she is. She is going to be absolutely real and honest and true. And so that's what brought me to this right here and now, because because this afternoon I kind of went through something that I'm not particularly happy with, and it just changed the whole emotion of the day. And I did not let my girls in on that completely because it does affect one of my daughters. I'm trying to help my daughter get through something right now that is particularly difficult for her. And it's difficult for me because I have to take on a whole different role in addressing a situation that kind of puts me in the place to make sure that I'm doing some research, that I'm, saying what I need to say, and, definitely just trying to do the right thing for my daughter because I love her and I care for her and I don't want to see her hurt. And as a result, I'll just be a little bit honest. I gotta switch what I'm doing here. As a result, I'll be a little bit honest with you, and it does involve speaking to how do I say this without saying it? Because I don't want to reveal a whole lot until this whole situation has hopefully blown over. But it means making sure that I'm using my words super carefully in legal context. And when I had a conversation with someone a couple of days ago who definitely knows the law and stuff like that, I screwed up. I'm just going to be honest with you. I thought when they told me that something was going to be taken care of, I thought the words they used meant that it was in my favor. And after discussing it with someone else, discovered that that probably was not the case. And now we're going to have to attend a whole different meeting here in a week or so, which was not the outcome that I wanted. And you know what? That makes me feel like crap. It embarrasses me, and I feel really crummy about that. I don't want my daughter to know that I'm feeling that way, because I want her to be encouraged by my presence. I want her to know that I've got her back and I believe in us. And so, sometimes there are times when you can't tell your kid everything because you don't want them to be, you know, concerned about something that they're having faith in you for. And you know what? That's super hard. And I'm taking it hard. And that's why I wanted to hop on here. And it's the whole reason why I ditched my other video, because, hey, this is what we go through. We go through these ups and downs. And when I recorded my other video, I was on a super great high, thinking, hey, I can totally address, what it means to be completely present to your kids. And, it was a good video, but all of a sudden I approached this other issue where I felt like I screwed up. And it felt to me like I had to just totally, I just didn't have the confidence that I needed to share my words with you from earlier today. And that's what happens. Hey, I'm being real with you, and I would not be any other way, because I want you to see this side of me, as well as when I'm really up and I'm doing well and I'm doing good, because I want us all to go through these ups and downs together. And I want to be here for you, showing you this side of me that is not particularly easy is meant to help you. As strange as that sounds, it's meant to let you know that, us moms, we should not be getting on here only to demonstrate the times that we're just kicking butt in this world. We should be real with each other and share just all the times that we have, regardless of what that looks like. Of course, within reason. I don't want you to like sharing anything that you don't feel comfortable sharing, of course. And I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be as real as humanly possible. But I had to get on here because my heart is really hurting. And I'm still being strong. I've got, all my girls at home, and that makes me happy. But I did want to take this moment while I could to just hop on here and just record a real, true life. Hey, this is what I'm feeling, and I want to share it with you. And so anyway, that's what I'm doing. And I just want you guys to know that, hey, we're in this together. Regardless of what your day is like, I think you kind of have to, share what you can with your kids so that they can see you at your lowest point, and at the same time they can see you scale and get out of it. And, let them know that, no matter what, you're going to be there for them. You may not be there at 100%. You may not be there at 80%. You may not look your best. You may not feel your best. But the most important thing is that, you are there and you're present. And regardless of what that looks like, you can show them that you can get out of it. It might take you a day. It might take you 2 days. It may take you a week. But we can't hide who we are. And, we want our sons and daughters to believe in us as much as we want to believe in us. So Gosh, I really hope I wasn't talking in circles here. I'm telling you, I think I need to leave this video on here because I think it's super important that, I come back and I look at these videos in hopes that, we develop, a great following. And you can see some of the changes that I go through and realize that, hey, man, if I can do it, then so can you. So let's summarize here as best as I can. I recorded a video and it talked about being present with your kids and it talked about, working on your marriage. And I ditched that video because I ended up dealing with a situation that was not the outcome that I thought it was going to be. I don't know for a fact that it's not the outcome. I am speculating quite a bit, which I do absolutely horribly. But the point I'm making is that because I let this other situation bother me, it totally attacked my self-esteem, and it caused me to delete the other video and give you some more real life emotions and feelings that I'm going through right now. So anyway, that's where I'm at. Also to include in the summary is, making sure that we're absolutely true and honest with our kids and, still loving them, letting them see, our true raw emotions for who we are so that we can also show them that we can get, up and we can keep going and we can persevere. And even if we screw up and things don't turn out the way we want, it's just how we handle them and it's how we approach them and it's how we overcome them. So I think that's it. I'm going to try not to go over 20 minutes because I need to get back downstairs and spend time with my girls because I'm so happy that we're all here together. I love you guys. Please check me out on Apple, Spotify, Facebook, and now this YouTube. Subscribe. And let me know if you have any questions. If I was too evasive, hey, don't hesitate to ask me whatever you need to. And I'll do my best to answer your questions. And let's take this journey together and let's see where it takes me. So God bless you all. I know for a fact that I probably couldn't do any of this without my faith in God. And, I have to turn this over to Him. If I don't do that, then I will let it absolutely encompass me, and I don't want to do that. So I want to include that too, that, when I get to these points where I'm just feeling like absolutely defeated, I just have to say, look, God, you already know the outcome, so I need to turn this over to you and let it go and, enjoy my day or do my best to be content in my day as much as I can. So I'm turning this over to Him. Definitely say a prayer. When you go through things like this, ask Jesus to come into your heart because honestly, when you go through stuff, it is so much easier to go through it when you got Jesus by your side. So God bless you all. Thanks for tuning in and listening. Please give us a shout out, subscribe, and check us out. And I'll leave some more information in the comments as I can. So talk to you guys later. Take care.